Not that you follow.
It's not like it matters. It doesn't matter. Listen,
Doesn't
and what you
matter.
know, it pulled up, and here's what you've got me doing. Due to weather, unforeseen weather and circumstance, I'm producing today,
I know we don't even have producer.
and I'll tell you what. Good riddance to bad rubbish. You know what? A frosty send-off to you. He's probably he's not even listening. I'm not even certain he listens when he's in the room with us, but
no.
Anyway, hey guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts, the cold outside edition. It's snowing today. Listen, I foresee a lot. Are you texting right now?
No, I'm looking something up.
Gosh, see, there's going to be so much dead air because we're going to have to Google our own facts today.
No.
Guys, we are just heads is spinning. Heads is spinning today. It's Snowmageddon. We've forgotten how to drive. We've forgotten how to live. And we've lost our producer. Hey, guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. I'm Brandon Burwell. I'm one half of the Cold Hands, Warm Hearts podcasting duo and the producer for the day.
Okay. And I'm Ashley Engle. I'm the other half. Hi, guys. Happy snow day to you. Even if it's not snowing where you are, happy snow day to you.
Or when you're listening.
Yeah.
It just doesn't matter because this isn't live.
Mm-mm.
It's not live. This is not real life.
I mean, it is.
I got a text from my dear friend Daenerys the other day.
Dear.
And it just said,
Hi, Daenerys.
Here was the series of texts
Okay.
to me and my friend Dustin. It said, this couple next to me is so in love. Next text, I've convinced myself that I'm in the Truman Show and you guys are actors. Next text, and this breaks my heart. Oh. And then Dustin said, yes, I've heard, people's theories on how we're in a simulation, but whose simulation? And then Daenerys responded, you be quiet. You were never real.
Oh, there's a lot to that. We can unpack that for a while.
There was a lot happening. I just love that it opened with, this couple next to me is so in love. Loved it.
Yeah.
Daenerys. Musing with Daenerys.
Oh, man, the Truman Show. There's one. Do you know, I actually thought of that the other day.
Yeah.
Because we watched Dumb and Dumber. And it made
Does it hold up? Does it hold up for you?
It really does.
It does?
Absolutely it does. You know, Jim Carrey. This
I
was
do know
always
Jim
my
Carrey.
You
He's
know
wonderful.
Jimothy Carey. Oh, we've talked about him before. This was always my fun fact. You know when you're in small groups and there's an icebreaker and there did you just bite into a Slim Jim? Did you just snap into a Slim Jim?
No.
What is that?
I didn't think you noticed.
You guys need to know what just happened. I was telling my story and I look up at Brandon. He reaches under his leg.
This is my pocket.
And when his even better, reaches into his pocket, pulls out what looks like a beef. It looks like a Slim Jim.
It's a Chomps.
Okay.
Sponsor us, Chomps. Sometimes I keep an emergency jerky handy.
And now he's crying.
But it's a pocket Chomps. It's a pocket beef. And a man's not a man in a snowstorm without a pocket full of beef.
Listen,
He's
that's
just not.
the truth.
I'm telling you, like I'm like
Survival out
like,
here.
Like I'm like the remnant. I'm like a bear man out in the snow with a pocket full of beef Chomps.
Sure. Well, do you want to finish that, sweetie, while I tell my story?
Tell your story.
So my fun fact in small groups used to be, when they're like, tell us something that we don't know about you or something surprising. Yeah, back away from the mic with your
I gotta tell you.
Chomps.
I gotta tell you.
ASMR.
You told me I can only be there till 2.
Yeah.
I'm running behind. My schedule's out of control and my mental health's deteriorating.
That is absolutely not even what I
She
said.
came in here like she was shot out of a cannon. She got to eat. She just ate chicken fillet and it was her pleasure.
We'll talk about that
and
later.
Then I had to line my pockets with beef jerky so that I could make it through this podcast.
Okay, back away. It's too chompy. So anyway, my fun fact in small groups was always, I find Jim Carrey attractive because I do. Something about the gangly goofy.
Big toothed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Found him attractive. I found his humor attractive.
Yeah. The first thing when women get asked,
Yes.
what do you find attractive in a man?
Yes.
A sense of humor.
Gangly,
big-toothed, rubber-faced Canadians.
That's it.
what I'm into.
That's it. And yeah. Anyway, guys.
Yeah, it's a dynamite segue out of there.
Yeah. So anywho, guys, it's snowing out there. And what's it doing? My back is to the window. Is it still coming down?
It's a term that Ted coined this morning.
Hi, Ted.
He said, it's frosted mini-wheating.
Oh, yeah. Like the little shreds.
It's just like the shreds. It's not a full-blown snow dump,
Blizzard.
like a dumperoo.
Like a houlihan.
But it's not a houlihan, not just yet. But what it is it's just a little frosted mini-wheating.
Well, it keeps changing. You know, it was very heavy this morning. The big old flakes on the way to school.
Flaky.
And now, I mean, it's definitely consistently falling.
It's been consistently falling all day. And now, listen, it's not sticking to the roads.
No, because it was 50 yesterday. 58.
Welcome to Oklahoma.
Right? What a weird place we live in.
For
so many reasons.
It's a pot.
Yeah.
It's a pan with a handle.
With a handle. I was like, where are you going with it?
It's a pan on Texas's head. We're Texas's hat.
We are.
Have you ever seen how you can identify Kentucky on a map? How it's like when you trace all of the things around it, it's a chef holding a pan and Kentucky's the chicken in the pan.
No way.
It's a fun meme. I would have producer look it up.
He ain't here.
But he's on snow leave.
You know why, guys? Because we were set to
He's
record
on
this eve.
Snowternity leave.
We were set to record tonight, but this weather, you're home with the sick kiddo.
He's
under
like,
the weather.
Yeah, it's one of those. Hey, under the weather
I know.
and the weather. I see
It's a
what you
theme.
did.
It's a theme for the day.
I'll look it up.
Okay. Anyway, so we were supposed to record tonight, and just at the last minute, our staff meeting was cut short. You're home with the sick kiddo. And who knows what's going to happen tonight? Things could get crazy. The roads could refreeze. Schools could get called off for tomorrow. We're just waiting to see what's going on. So anyway,
Man,
we don't have producer.
The meme where they talk about how like kids wake up now on snow days with a text letting them know, and we had to sit and watch the bottom of the TV like it was the NBA draft.
And guess who was the gal typing those things in when she worked at KOCO Channel 5?
That was you.
Me. I had a pager, and I would get called in the middle of the night.
I loved having a pager.
To do that, it was the machine I used was called the Chiron.
There it is. See, Kentucky
Kentucky Fried Chicken on map.
It's the pip. That's the pan. He's in the pan.
Oh, look at that.
Kentucky.
Guess you guys didn't know.
Yeah, well, that was, gosh.
Anyway, what are your best snow day memes? Your V Special snow day memes? Do you remember them? Oh my God.
You know.
Is that a whole nother stick?
The stick is really long, so I split it in twain. I split it into two sticks so that
Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to hear it.
it would fit in my pocket.
Gross.
Listen, my favorite snow day meme was the day that I learned that you could fill your pockets with beef and you could weather the storm.
You could weather it.
That's what I learned. Favorite snow day memes? Man, there was a time in college, which doesn't seem like college should be the time for your snow day memes. I'm trying not to chew this, so it's like I've got a cheek packed. I'm like a
Hamster.
I'm seriously like a beef gerbil right now.
Carnivorous hamster. Beef gerbil.
Listen, I'm just squirreling away beef sticks for the winter.
Gross.
Listen, you would be surprised. How many beef sticks do you think I could chew up and fit in my
I
mouth?
would never venture a guess because it would be way more than I guessed. You would always go one more.
Chew it down to a mealy meat.
Just a pulp.
And just pulp it and just squirrel it away.
Sick.
There's so many pockets in my mouth. I could just tuck beef everywhere.
Sick.
I'm like a guinea pig. They expand. I'm like a squirrel. I'm like a squirrel. I got this big puffy tail. I'm shaking it.
I need you to stop. What are your favorite snow day memes? College snow day memes.
There was one time in college when everybody it was snow day. It was snow day.
Yeah.
And everybody went outside in front of the house where I lived and started a big snow fight. And more people joined it.
Did you know them? Was strangers?
Some of them.
Okay.
But I made snow day friends, and then as the snowball fight would wrap up in one location, we'd all go, "Let's go to the house next door," and then it would be a huge mob of people throwing at these like small group of people. But as we kept moving, we were like this amorphous living organism of snowball fighting that kept absorbing the people and growing and growing. And I did not feel good for the people that got it at the very end, because it was literally like 300 people pelting like 2 people.
Were they all college kids?
Yes.
Or were they just neighbors in the neighborhood?
No, it was down on campus. We're going house to house.
Were you in the frat house? Was it a frat house snowball fight?
Yep. Frat house snowball fight. Just the hardest sounding thing ever.
Totally.
From the mean streets of Stillwater, okay? Yes. Mess with me, I'll get you with the fluffy pow pow. The meat squirrel's coming. The meat squirrel's coming. He's got a pouch full of snowballs for you. Who's ready to get cold?
Do you know, honestly, I hate a snowball fight. What's worse? I don't love the aggression. I don't like the violence. I don't like being in the line of fire. I don't like being cold. And what is a worse feeling than someone pelting you face, neck, sliding down into your shirt?
I refer to that moment all the time in any situation of I was as angry as a human is immediately following getting hit in the face with a snowball, because it is the one moment in life that I am capable of murder.
Yes.
I see red. Yes. If a snowball hits me, you do not be in arm's reach.
Don't do
I will twist you into a pretzel.
It's a good thing we live in Oklahoma. We don't.
Don't worry. There's only one more bite of this beef steak after this one.
I just love the sustained eye contact as you reach back into your pocket.
It's called a power move.
Gross.
What I like to do in business meetings.
Oh, interviewing for a job.
Yeah, and the starting salary is gonna be what now?
No, as the interviewer, power move. Lapel pocket beef stick. Ow.
Yeah, where do you see yourself in 5 years? What's your 5-year plan there, applicant?
And then you don't refer to anyone by their actual name, just applicant.
That's applicant number 7.
That's a power move right there.
Yeah, I will not learn your name.
Nope, can't be
and
bothered.
If you do get the job, you're employee.
That's right.
Fetch me my beef, employee.
Fetch me my beef. So my favorite snow day memes involved 2 things. When I think of snow days, I immediately think of 2 things. Number 1, the Lipton noodle soup in the packet.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
Nope.
I associate that with snow days and sick days as a kid.
Okay. Oh, it's like a noodle packet. It's like a ramen-ish kind of thing. Sure.
It's noodle soup by Lipton.
It's a noodle soup. Sponsor us, noodle soup by Lipton.
Noodle soup. That, and here's my other one, SpaghettiOs.
Man, what a catsup-y dish.
Yeah.
It's just like a tomato paste.
Sweet. There's a sweetness.
Weird mealy nudes. Just like and then they clump together. Yes. It's like they all decide that they're like, if we're gonna go to the mouth, we're going together.
Link up, boys.
All for one and one for all. SpaghettiOs. And then they take the journey to the mouth together. Did you unplug yourself?
I'm unplugged.
Yeah, guys, listen. While it's just you and me, let's talk. Oh, she's back. No, sorry. We're good. We're good.
Back.
We're good.
Quit talking about it.
I was looking right at her, but if it's not in the headphones, if it's not in the cans, she can't hear me.
Oh my gosh. So what you been up to this week or weekend, B? Anything special?
No, I mean, I'm trying to even think.
I know it's hard. Listen, we're scattered. We're scattered.
Yeah, we are
today.
We are. We're going one direction, going another direction. We're not SpaghettiOs. We're not linked together, and we're not presenting a unified front. I'm over here eating beef out of my pocket. This one's eating Chick-fil-A. You got Chick-fil-A
Let's
today.
talk about it.
Chick-fil-A.
Sponsor us, Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I would.
I have been eating mostly plant-based since the beginning of the year, as we talked about on the last episode.
The episode where I said that you were nutrient deficient as a result.
I'm not. I do it every year as a reset. It's the one way I've discovered that I can be disciplined and that I can reset myself because I was gross at the end of the year. At the end of last year,
I mean,
I was completely off any kind of nutritional wagon.
So like nutrient deficient?
No.
You're saying one thing with your words.
Anyway, so I've been doing mostly plant-based, but okay, so this segues nicely. Last Thursday. Stop.
What? I'm here. I'm riveted. I'm riveted. Guys, I'm riveted.
He isn't.
She's the M. Night Shyamalan of plant-based storytelling. I can't wait for the big twist when I realize that the plants were meats all along. Oh no.
Get ready. So last Thursday,
Beyond Beef. Beyond Beef burgers. Come on down, you Beyond Beef burgers. Go ahead.
May I?
Yep.
Thanks for your permission. So this past Thursday, Jeff
Engle,
my husband, Jeff, and our friends Travis and Heather. Hi, Travis and Heather.
Hey guys.
Took a trip to, and also let me say this to the community, to our listening community. I don't want you guys to think that I'm some kind of jet setter, okay? I have traveled more since the start of this podcast than maybe in 10 years' time.
Well, you know, listen, now
trips here and there.
Now that you are a very prominent podcaster,
I'm wanted.
The demands on your time.
The world over.
Stretched so thin.
Right? So
nutrient deficient?
That's not true. So anyway, I just want people to know that I don't travel all this much, all this often. Okay, that didn't make sense. So we go to Kansas City because for my birthday and Christmas, Jeff gifted me tickets to Hadestown, the musical Hadestown, which I absolutely love and have been obsessed with. Well, my friend Heather, my bestie, hi Heather, she actually was a Broadway performer. She performed in Avenue Q on Broadway and was very active in the New York theater scene. Mm-hmm. And anyway, so she loves the musical as well. And so we took this trip to Kansas City, just a one-night quick trip, see the show. So all of this to say, before the show, we went to dinner at this beautiful Italian restaurant called Lydia's. And Lydia, I'm hoping that you'll help me with this because you're a Food Network person. You're a Food Channel person.
I like the Food Network, yes.
Do you know Lydia?
No.
Lydia. She does Italian food on the TV.
No.
Okay.
No, that's not a person. There is a
sponsor is Lydia.
There's a pecking order to the Food Network, and
maybe it's not Food Network.
She sounds like a webisode person.
No, not at all. She's big time.
Clearly. The biggest fan of the Food Network?
I don't
watch
the food shows.
Here's
I don't
the
watch
thing.
them.
I have a refined palate, okay? Mm-hmm. Pocket beef.
Yes.
Okay? With a jus.
Yes.
Pocket beef with a nice aioli. What I like to do is I like to sweat some shallots, guys. I like to get some aromatics going. I like to get some celery, a little bit of carrots, some onions, some garlic. You turn it into a paste. Get it going. Get the house smelling nice and aromatic. And then what I do is I reach down into my pocket.
Yeah.
I pull out a beef stick I've split in twain.
Yes.
And then I butterfly it.
Yes.
And I lay it open side down right there in all my aromatics.
Sizzling.
Guys, I don't know if you know what the best smell in the world is, but it's a pocket chomp sizzing in a cast iron skillet.
Oh my gosh.
And I'll tell you who doesn't cook with that level of refined taste.
Lydia. Well, Lydia's Italian restaurant in Kansas City is lovely. And so they had this thing, the restaurant week. Uh-huh. Restaurants will offer this special menu, right, with special pricing and all the things. Yeah. So they had a thing that was like a pasta trio. And it was whatever they choose to do that day. And they walk around with big old pans of it. And they refill you as much as you want. I've been eating plant-based.
What?
Let me tell you what I did that night, though. Okay. Mm-hmm. Strapped on the feed bag.
Yeah, you did.
I ate so much pasta. Yeah. Also meat.
You were getting prepared for restroom week.
And when that was right into the mic.
Dude, what if every year after restaurant week, there was restroom week? Like that's
Sponsored by Charmin.
That's what it was literally. It was just like, well, we spent a whole week really crushing it at the restaurants.
No, listen, I was concerned about myself. Halfway through the meal, I thought, this was a bad choice.
So you got the tum-tums.
I got them.
You got the bubble gut.
And I was worried about being able to attend the musical, actually. But you know what? I did it. I powered through and it was fine.
Yeah.
I needed a minute
Sometimes.
to let the food settle.
Sometimes you need a week.
It's
a whole week for it.
When you go several weeks plant-based only, and then you come into Lydia's like you know what's up,
God.
And you order off that restaurant menu.
You don't need it. Your belly starts playing the overture, and it's letting you know what's coming. You go sit down, you get your seats, you go in, you get out your little like your little tiny binoculars that you use at the theater or the opera, and you pull them up to your eyebrows. And then they play those opening notes of the overture so that you'll know the musical themes when they pop up for the rest of the performance. And
I've made a terrible mistake.
The oboe in your tum-tum starts to play. The tuba for pooba.
Brandon. Listen, that didn't happen.
I may not be first chair viola, but I'm first toilet bowl viola. I'm first porcelain chair.
Oh my gosh, Brandon.
Welcome back to Restaurant Week.
Listen, it was
where the past version of yourselves really set yourself up. It's not going to be good.
No.
It's not going to be good. But
it was good, though. It was worth it.
Do you know what I always wanted?
But I was worried.
I always wanted, if I was an eccentric billionaire and could just buy a TV network and have it be just the interns washing the dishes after the Food Network shows and just have it be like Dish Network. And they're all just there like, dishing with interns. Yes. And they're all cleaning up like after Bobby Flay and they're talking trash about him. He's such a messy chef. Yes. That was too much basil. Bobby. And then it's just the interns.
Your mise was trash.
Mise and trage. And then you just set it, like they just sit there and talk trash. They dish while they dish.
Yep. And then it's a reality show because then you have love interests.
Oh, yeah.
Develop
because if there's
over the suds.
Dude, listen, we locked eyes across the dish pit. The suds were flying. Suds left and right. I didn't know up from down. My head's spinning, and I'm dishing
with the interns. But anyway, guys,
but the
I'm
musical,
happy to report that I'm eating meat again.
Hold on, but the musical was good.
Musical was fantastic. It was. Are you familiar with Hadestown?
In so much as people have told me little bits and pieces.
I believe it is the future of musicals. I really do.
Oh, don't they play instruments live on stage?
They do, which was V-Spash.
Uh-huh.
And the musicians were integrated.
It's like jazzy.
It's jazzy.
Jazzmatazz, right?
Jazzmatazz.
I like it.
The trombone player for this particular cast was a lady, and she was awesome.
Yeah.
She got up and did the butterfly.
The dance?
Yeah. While playing the trombone.
Okay.
Why don't you try that? Try that and see what happens. Because I'm not going to.
I'll tell you one thing at 40 years of age that I'm not going to try it to do. Either of those things, let alone together. I cannot play the trombone. The butterfly, I used to could have done a butterfly, but listen.
You can still do one. I've seen you.
I can Tootsie Roll.
Yeah. I know.
I can Tootsie Roll, but here's the thing. Mm-hmm. I'll need a week. I'll need a week to recover from my Tootsie Roll.
To prepare 2 weeks turnaround.
Listen.
1 week to prepare, 1 week to recover.
Yeah, I'm going to need 3 weeks. Okay. One of them where I dip, one where you dip, and then one where we dip. I can't do it all at once.
No.
I dip, and then I go, I'll see you same time, same place next week where you will then dip.
Sure.
And then the following week,
I will dip.
We dip.
Well, we'll dip together.
But it's how the dance goes.
I know.
Call and response.
But yeah, the musicians were fantastic.
Okay, good.
They were great. And the music is something else. And I'll tell you what the writers of this musicale have done is they have narrowed their pool of people who have these kinds of ranges. The male lead in this show, his range, massive. We're talking Mariah Carey for fellas. He sings a variety of it.
Yeah.
The majority of it in falsetto.
It's a lot. Listen, it's a lot of control. It's a lot of vocal control.
So
Now,
much control.
my question is this.
Okay.
At any point, was he hitting like a beautiful falsetto note that the house lights are down, everybody's just single spot on him, and then he just goes right into a butterfly and into a Tootsie Roll? Did that happen?
No, but that's some constructive feedback.
Then I'd like my money back.
I'd like my money back, please. Hadestown. Sponsor us, Hadestown. It was beautiful. It's based on Greek mythology.
That's okay. Yes, that sounds like something someone told me about it at one point.
Yep, you've got Hades. It's okay. So we've got these myths,
and you've got town,
and
they meet up.
Bam! You got a musicale. Okay, did you take Latin in high school?
Oui.
That's not Latin.
Oui.
Latin based.
No.
Did you take Latin?
Oui.
Okay, I need you. You can't think of any right now, right?
I don't speak. Listen, forsu contemplo.
What if you just launched into Latin right now? I don't know what I would do.
Cortenso portensis.
Vini
vordi tornsings. And hey, guys, that means I came, I saw.
I took Latin in high
school. Latin in high school. No, I didn't.
That's a good title of the episode.
I took Espanol.
I know. Did you never take Latin? I did.
What's Latin for no?
No.
Vino. How?
Are you picturing yourself in a toga in the Roman Forum, just with a bit of an Italian flair?
Yeah, Socrates.
Socrates.
Was he Latin? What was he? Greek? Greek.
Yeah.
So I didn't take Latin in high school. Is what I'm getting at.
Okay, well I did. Anyway, but we were big. But you knew mythology.
You did. Where is your Latin knowledge?
I don't speak.
It's all Greek to me. Listen, guys,
all gone.
It's because I remember you guys would I would be walking past the Latin room,
sure,
and instead of in there learning the language,
sure,
you guys would be like getting dressed as in togas and stuff.
Yeah, we did a lot of that.
Well, listen, everybody
studied a lot of mythology.
Everybody seems to
well.
really enjoy that class in high school.
It was fantastic. We had a phenomenal teacher, Miss Albert. Wonderful, sweet woman, amazing teacher. And truly, my learning was so enriched. But we did spend a lot of time in Greek mythology. So here you have Hades.
I know Greek mythology.
Who's Hades?
He's one of the three brothers. Poseidon,
yeah,
whose bounty we consumed at the seafood tower. Zeus, who's a little bit of a flipperty with the ladies. He's a real Arthur Fonzarelli with a thunderbolt.
Yes,
you know, he's
Arthur Fonzarelli with a thunderbolt.
He is. He's a Zach Morris. He's a who else? A Casanova, a Don Juan de Marcus. And listen.
And who's Hades?
Well, listen, Hades is the third brother who got a raw deal. Listen, Zeusy gets the top of the mountain,
riding a cloud.
He's John Stamos up there, just ladies, and then Poseidon
up there on Mount Olympus.
He gets the lake house. Poseidon gets all the fishies,
all the merpersons,
and then Hades is like, hey, to the depths with you.
Yeah.
But he's still down there.
He has heart. He has a heart and feelings.
You
know why? Because he fell in love with Persephone. Who is she?
And that's why we have seasons. Because he made a deal that she could be on Earth for 2 of the seasons and in Hades for 2 of the seasons.
Look at you.
And when she was in Hades, that's when we have fall and winter. And when she is above Hades, that we have spring and summer.
Look at you. Listen, that's a bit that factors into Hades.
Come on, you want to talk about it? You want to talk about Greek mythology? Yeah. Applause. Listen, here's the thing, guys. If there's one thing I know, pomegranate, the fire bringer.
Yep.
It's not pomegranate.
Yeah.
It's not pomegranate. That's a food.
Well, I know,
You're still stuck on
but pomegranates
Prometheus.
were. I know, but pomegranates were associated with Demeter, Persephone.
And then you have Prometheus,
I'm
the
no
fire
idiot.
bringer, who brought fire down to the mortals. And then when he was discovered by the gods on Mount Olympus, he was condemned to be chained to a tree and have buzzards and vultures peck at his entrails and his eyes for all of eternity. And then you've got
they were brutal people.
Sisyphus, who was condemned to push a rock up a hill for all of eternity. Behold the Sisyphean task of shoving a rock up a hill only to have it roll down again.
My gosh.
Hades town.
Listen, so Hades and Persephone, that factors in big time. But then you have
Narcissus, who went down to the water only to see his true beauty and then become fused to the earth.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
From which we derive narcissism.
You are so good at this.
David.
Listen,
here's the thing.
David.
You wanted me to not know Greek mythology.
I knew that you did. I didn't want that.
Achilles, whose mother grabbed him and dipped him in the river Styx by his Achilles howl.
Okay.
His one weakness. Okay, sorry. Back to your...
Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't even want to ask you if you know this myth. Orpheus and Eurydice.
Orpheus. Orpheus was played by Lawrence Fishburne, and he came and got Keanu Reeves out of the Matrix.
No, but that's funny because Jeff referred to him as Morpheus the whole time.
I don't know Orpheus.
Okay. He was a musician and he fell in love with a girl.
As they do.
As they do. Those Greeks.
It's all Greek.
Anyway, that was a lot of discussion.
About Greek mythology?
Yeah.
Listen, here's the thing.
Should we redact some of that?
I don't think so, because
I know people will learn something.
Everyone wants to know all of that. Listen, people tune in for three things on this podcast. One,
okay.
The funny ha-has.
Healthy mind platters.
2, healthy mind platters.
Okay.
And then last, and certainly not least, this is an education platform.
Yeah.
We bring people in.
Yes.
With the promise of laughter.
We trick them.
Jubilation and mirth. And then we send them out with knowledge.
Yeah.
Hearts bursting with joy. Brains bursting with Greek mythology knowledge.
Yes.
And stomachs bursting with
pasta.
With Vivian's pasta. Lydia's Vivian's.
It was so
See,
good.
I can't even remember her name now.
Well, you're going to Google. If producer were here, he could Google and show you all of her accomplishments.
The only Lydia for me is Lydia Dietz.
Right.
From Battle Gels.
Yeah, she's the best Lydia.
Is there a better Lydia?
Sponsor us, Lydia.
There's not a better Lydia.
Anyway, we had a wonderful time on that trip. Travis and Heather are just some of our closest pals, and they have been for a long time. We got a lot of history. I'll tell you what, my tummy hurt from laughter.
Well, sure.
It was full of pasta and giggles.
Laughter. Pasta and laughter.
Pasta and
Welcome
laughter.
to Lydia's, where we serve up a heap and helping of pasta and send you on the way with some laughter.
Some laughter. So our buddy Travis, and some of you may know Travis Brorson. He is a celebrity dog trainer.
No big deal. No big deal. We've got celebs.
We do.
We've got celebs.
Right?
Yeah, we do.
In spades.
We've got a Broadway actress.
Uh-huh.
We've got a celebrity dog trainer and a reality show winner.
Right? He won. Greatest American Dog.
He dominated. The funny thing is, we watched it when it aired.
Yeah.
It was
no contest.
It was not a contest when it started.
No.
We were like, well, this is over.
He's got this in the bag.
He's got this in the bag.
He and his boxer Presley won. And since then, he has had a wonderful career of celebrity dog training.
Mm-hmm.
And he is occasionally on the Animal Planet.
Are those dinosaurs on your socks?
They are. These are Jeff's socks. Look at them.
Dino socks.
It's a raptor.
Listen.
Look at it peeking out the top of my boot.
It freaked me out. I looked down. I was like, what is... It looks like a weird bird person.
It is. It's a raptor.
Yeah.
These are Jeff's socks. I borrowed them today because it's snowing and my
and I need some dino socks.
That's right. Anyway, Travis is a gas. He's a hoot and a holler. He's fun.
Is that the end of that story?
No, listen, I'm telling another part of it.
Do not sell him short.
I'm building him up.
The man is a celebrity.
I know.
His wife is a modern day Liza.
No. And I'm telling another funny story
Isn't
about
it a shame that like all of our celebrity like star power is contained in one couple for this podcast? And if they decide to walk,
we have no one.
We are literally finished if the Brorsons walk.
Please be our friend.
Like, but for real though.
Please, no.
Guys.
Please be our friend.
No, Heather, Travis, shut up for a second. Shut up. I hear you. Just shut up. Please be our friend. We're desperate. Like, I don't want to. Here's the thing. I don't want to say desperate's not the right word, but we're desperate.
Yeah, and be our friend.
We need a celebrity power couple to endorse our podcast.
We do,
because if not,
we're finished here.
It's over.
I'm out.
Okay.
So Travis.
He's a hoot. He's a hoot.
He's a hoot and a holler's a gas. He got into the Uber. He ordered us an Uber, and he was real pumped up that it was going to be an Uber.
He got the Uber?
Yeah.
What a mensch.
Right? That it was going to be an Uber XL.
Okay.
And we climb in, and the lady, it's a Dodge Caravan.
Sure.
Is our Uber XL.
It's fully loaded?
No, pretty basic.
Isn't it funny that I haven't been in a car in I don't know how long that has the manual window roll down where you like crank it.
Yeah.
But anytime you ask someone to roll down their window, that's still the international motion for roll down your window.
That's a really good point.
Because you can't just go, you can't like point down. No. Yeah, I always do
People think you're pointing at Hades.
That's what you're doing. It's just like, get your windows down to Hades. Persephone.
It's time for summer.
Yeah, it's for real though. Can we talk Persephone? Because today... You're really dumping it on us.
No, whatever. That's Houlihan.
Persephone and Winterman O'Houlihan are in cahoots.
That's right.
Cahoot and Horde. Sorry, he got the Uber XL. It's a Dodge Caravan. Go ahead.
We climb in, and Travis was trying to make conversation with the lady, and he was like, "You're drinking a Monster Energy drink? Hello!" Just like that. And I can't remember the last time I've laughed so hard. I don't know what it was in that moment that got me good.
That feels like it's very Broadway of him.
I think he was gearing up for the show.
He was in full blown Hades Town mode.
And so when we climbed out of the Uber, the driver looked at Jeff and she goes, "I'm really sorry I didn't have another Monster Energy drink for you guys."
Dude, if I'm her and a guy who I don't know gets in my Dodge Caravan and says, "You're drinking a Monster Energy drink? Hello." I think the last thing that guy needs is another Monster Energy drink. That guy needs to get a little logie with some more pasta. He needs to weigh down.
He does. But I can't remember the last time I've laughed so hard. And I think she probably thought we had lost our minds. But anyway, so another interesting thing that I've been up to is, I don't know if you noticed, check this out. Check this out.
I'm here to check it out. Oh yeah, you got a new computer.
I got a new computer.
And it doesn't start like buzzing like a chainsaw in the middle of the podcast.
Not so far, but we'll see.
Fingers crossed.
But I have had my MacBook Pro since 20...
Oh, sorry, I had to slip that Pro in there.
Pro.
Gotta let the people know.
Uber XL.
I'm not one of these MacBook Air plebes.
That's right.
Bunch of peasants walking around.
That's right. Looking
at myself because I'm staring at a MacBook Air right now. Because some of us live high and mighty with our MacBook Professional, and some of us have the Coke Zero version, the diet slice. I've got a sorry.
Stop it! I've upgraded to the Air. That's what this is.
That's an Air?
Yes. No, I'm saying my previous MacBook Pro.
You gotta, okay. Congratulations on your downgrade.
Okay, listen.
This is a stupid segment.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Hey guys, let's talk about Hey, let's talk about how our technology got worse over the week.
Anyway, my old computer, I got it in, I think it was 2017, 2018. And I've been through a lot with that computer.
Yeah.
She was I had one of your old Macs before that.
Yeah.
I used to take your cast off technology when you were done with it. I'd be like, sure, I'll take your old MacBook.
Yeah, but that was when I was trying to convince you to get involved in the Apple ecosystem.
Yes, you were.
You were refusing for far too long.
I had a Dell sponsor us. Apple.
Sponsor us, Adele.
Adele. Anyway, I had that. So this was my first time to go from Mac to Mac. And when we were going to get this new guy here, new gal, my previous one was named Mackenzie.
Sure.
This one is Ariana. Hope he named her.
Okay.
Ariana. I was almost emotional about it because I went through a lot with Mackenzie.
Yeah, well, sure.
I went through seminary with Mackenzie, done a lot of ministry with her. Jeff said that she probably gave up on me because she was corroded with my tears.
Yeah.
I've cried into the keyboard of Mackenzie.
She'd had it. She'd had it. She was up to here.
She was rusted out.
You had literally drowned her.
I did.
Drown her with your sorrow.
And my sweat and my blood, sweat, and tears is in that MacBook Pro.
Yeah.
But now I have Ariana, and I'll tell you what, we're getting along just fine so far.
I can't wait to douse her with my sadness as well. I can't wait to ruin this computer with all of my face water. Face water and ugly snot when I get really worked up.
But listen, that was the most user-friendly process, Mac to Mac.
It's great.
1 hour from the cloud to Ariana.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Can I tell you?
If I can do it, anyone can.
Can I tell you how angry I am at you right now?
Why?
Because I just got done telling you about my harrowing experience at the Apple Store, and this is what you bring to me?
I'm like, this
everything
is easy.
Everything in my life is perfect. I know that you still, to this day, can't get a new phone. I went to the AT&T store the other day trying to restart the process because my phone won't charge unless
it's on. You just need a new one.
I went in to do it, and the guy started pulling it up, and he goes, "Oh yeah, you just got a new phone." And I go, "I didn't." And I showed him my old phone, and he was like, "Well, it says on here that you got a new phone." I was like, "They told me that I didn't." And then he literally scratched his head for a moment, made a cuss, and said, "I can't fix this. You're going to need to talk to a district manager, ... at least." That's what he said. And then I went, "Okay." And then I hung my head. The Charlie Brown music started to play, and I slunk out of there, only to show up at this podcast to have you go, "Plug and play. Ashley's got it made.
If I can do it, anyone can.
Look at my brand new computer." I literally had to just bat my eyes, and it showed up.
No, yours is more complicated because you're not dealing only with Apple. You're dealing with AT&T.
Meanwhile, I'm just waiting.
You're dealing with lots of entities.
It's gonna be 8 hours. Here's a free appetizer at Pepperoni Grill. Go sit over there. Go sit over there and wait for us while we go to the back and make fun of you.
Listen, this has been quite the ordeal.
I
frankly can't believe it.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
You know, you need to send in there
a humana.
Chainsaw.
Well,
get her in there.
Listen,
Lindsay, his wife.
I don't think that they're ready for that.
She's the sweetest person alive. And I think, listen, if she got tuned up in the Apple store.
Don't let Chainsaw tune up in an Apple store.
I don't want to be there for it.
Just eye slice.
I don't want to be in there. I don't want to be in there for it.
She's chopping geniuses down.
Yeah.
Get me a phone.
It's district manager.
I want at least at the very minimum. I want a lead genius. That's actually a title.
I know.
My buddy Aaron was a lead genius.
Aaron.
Yeah. Can I tell you something?
Sure.
I feel like most of the issues have been on AT&T's end rather than Apple's end. I'm going to say that.
AT&T.
But I will say, I made reference to it the days that it was going on in my group chat that Aaron's in, and supreme buddy that he is, an incredible Apple employee that he is. If you're listening, Apple, Aaron deserves a promotion.
Give that guy a raise.
He called me immediately just to check on what my issues were, to see if there was anything he could do at the mothership to sort it out. But it's AT&T issues. So
that's what I'm saying. There's more entities involved in your situation.
2 of the biggest companies in the world. We can't figure this out. I expect these kind of issues when dealing with like a Jam Enterprises. I don't expect
absolutely not. Their customer service is second to none. Everyone who wants a kolache gets one.
Yeah, you can. Listen, I've never been charged for a kolache that I did not receive.
That's right.
Welcome to Jam Enterprises, where you only pay for the kolaches you get.
No, singular.
Singular kolache. Mm-hmm. Kolaches. Mm-hmm. Galoshes.
Yes.
Galatians.
Yes.
Listen, go ahead. If you could turn in your Bible to Galatians 3:14.
And just see if anyone notices.
Did she say galoshes?
Is that what? It's like the other day when I led communion and I set it up and I was on communion and I went through the whole reflection. I read the passage. I did it all and I just walked off. Were you there that day?
Yes.
And then I kind of moonwalked back on and I was like, we're supposed to take communion.
JK. Listen. But that feels like the kind of joke that like a pastor trying to make a joke would make. They'd be like, if you could turn in your Bibles to 1 Colossians 1:14. I'm kidding. I know you guys heard me say galoshes, but we're really trudging through some spiritual muck today.
Just wanted to see if you guys were listening.
I just wanted to see if you were awake. The 9 a.m. service wasn't, but you're the more holy service. Come on, guys. Strap on the armor of God and your spiritual galoshes, because we're really trudging it out today, guys. Stand with me and sing. Who knows what Romans 14:19 says or whatever.
Or whatever.
Anyway, guys, bow your heads. I'm going to get out of here.
And you just moonwalk off the
Bow
stage.
your heads and close your eyes so I can get out of here scot-free. Okay?
Oh my gosh. Okay, I have to tell a funny story really quick, and it's going to be a good segue.
It's a hoot.
You don't even know what this is.
It's a hoot.
Well, it is, because I texted you about it right after it happened, and I could tell that you were laughing. You were LOLing.
Totally.
Through your text.
Dousing my phone with happy tears.
Yeah, so I get a package the other day, and I think, it's something I ordered on Amazon. I don't recognize the sender address.
Sure.
It's like a 2-foot long package. It kind of looks like it's not as small as like a poster tube, but that's where my mind went first, right? That's what we're dealing with here.
Okay.
I open it up. It's 2 feet long. Inside is a wadded up t-shirt.
Sure.
Adult, small.
Yeah.
Black.
Yeah.
With a large rectangular iron-on transfer. Mm-hmm. Sea turtle, and it says, "Just a girl who loves turtles."
It's an awesome shirt. It's a shame that it's not your size.
And it was addressed to me. It was addressed to me.
It is
my size.
How do you feel about turtles?
They're okay.
Okay.
I think they're fine.
Not t-shirt worthy though.
Do I love them? I mean, sure.
Indifferent. Just a girl who's indifferent to turtles. Yeah.
But it is a mystery, guys. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know the company.
Well, listen.
Did someone gift this to me? Did something in one of our recordings make you think, hey,
this girl likes turtles?
She's just a girl who loves turtles. Not just likes.
She needs something to wear.
Loves.
She needs something to wear out to her
when she's preaching a sermon.
To her turtle meetups, to her reptilian cotillions. She needs something to wear out.
Reptilian cotillion.
She needs a sassy garment for the reptilian cotillion.
Listen. Speaking of cotillions, first of all, whoever out there sent me that shirt, thanks.
Yeah, weird and awesome.
Thank you, universe.
Weird and awesome in the best possible way.
I don't know. I got to get to the bottom of this. If any of you know where this shirt came from, I would love that backstory, please.
Anonymous tips.
Please call our tip line, SpeakPipe page.
SpeakPipe it in.
SpeakPipe it in. Speaking of cotillion.
Hey, thanks for the shirt. It's one shell of a gift. You know?
Good one.
Yeah, well.
Anyway, I have an 8th grader who went to cotillion this past weekend. And I sent you his picture. Didn't he look handsome?
He looked ready to rock and roll.
He looked great. You know what the fellas are wearing with their suits now? Sneakers.
Yeah.
They look real cute. Fly.
Okay.
Bussin'.
Whatever happened to a good pair of wing tips? Whatever happened to a Cole Haan wingtip?
Listen, that's what you would wear.
Whatever happened to...
Who's making the fashion?
What's a penny loafer? Whatever happened to a Cole Haan wingtip with a tux shirt buttoned all the way to the top without a bow tie with just a pearl, like a pearl button?
Listen.
That's what Jeff Engle would
Jeff Engle. Okay, when we went to our semi-formal...
He's a clothes horse.
He really is. And it started in high school.
Yeah.
And I gifted him this. When we went to our winter semi-formal in high school.
Yeah.
Olive green suede vest.
Oh, I remember. Because I looked at it and I thought, yeah, man. I looked at it and I thought, yeah. You know, 1 year for prom, I didn't want to.
No, let me finish.
Okay.
He did. He had the collarless shirt with the pearl button on top.
Yeah.
With that vest.
There's a reason I thought, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 1 year for prom.
Okay.
Didn't want to pay for a tux.
Sure.
So I went down to the Ross Dress for Less, and I said, and we got a deal with him where me and a couple of buddies were like, we'll wear your stuff and like model it at school in the days leading up to prom.
Sure.
And I picked the one with an ascot.
Ross Dress for Less had a tux in there?
The one with an ascot, in fact. And I wore it around school. And I was like, get your tuxes at Ross Dress for Less.
Sponsor.
And it was
Ross
me
Dress
and
for
Ryan
Less.
and maybe Dustin. We got 2 different tuxes. I got the ridiculous one for school. And then I got a regular one for the actual prom.
I don't remember that.
Get your tuxes here.
Where was I?
Playing songs on your guitar.
I guess so. Anyway, reptilian cotillions, guys. That's where it's at.
That's where it's at.
How's your algorithm?
It's okay.
Anything new in there? Because
Probably.
I got some new stuff.
I don't know.
I have. So loud.
Yeah, that's it.
hurt my ears
I'm just
so
doing a
bad.
short. I'm doing a short version of it. That's an algorithmic ambush. Is what that was.
Oh, it scared me, and I screamed into the mic. I'm
You
sorry.
know there's one that comes and goes. The coffee lady's still there.
Galanta.
Sandwiches of
Galanta
History is
coffee.
still there. Kalkanite milk. There's a guy who jumped into my algorithm and jumps out. It's a thing called Men with the Pot, and it's not what you think it is.
What?
It's dudes.
Could go so many
They don't
directions.
show their face, but they just make various breads and meats in nature. It's very ASMR, and I will always watch the entirety of the video,
Yeah,
the whole thing.
I like that. I'll have to check that out.
It's great.
So I still otters, but otters has segued into seals,
Oh,
and I didn't
Like the-
search for
like-
seals.
Kiss from a Rose seal?
No,
Oh,
and I didn't search for them, but it's similar. Lots of seals like
they're searching for you. Though.
clapping
Yeah.
and stuff. But my other one, this one I'm really excited about. The pageant algorithm.
That's not a place I want to be.
No, it is too.
That's Hades
because I
Town.
texted you.
It's not where I want to be.
No.
I'll get over here, little Tootsie. Get your go-go juice and your pixie sticks.
No, it's
Put
not.
in your flipper. Put your flipper in your mouth so your
Put your
teeth.
flipper in, baby.
Put your Jim Carrey size teeth flipper. Get over here.
No, not the toddlers and tiaras algorithm, the pageant algorithm, the funny pageant algorithm. And you and I texted about this the other night. It's the one from like Miss World or whatever. And
False.
no. The build up to that, I cannot tell you how many times I watched it.
Yeah.
And it was like, Colombia. It's at the beginning where they're introducing all the
Yeah.
countries.
And the-
United
And
States.
the French lady, it's like someone, she was about to do it, and it's like Rocky Balboa punched her in the stomach, right? Oh my God. Listen, we don't have the capability to handle that sort of an outburst on these microphones. That was terrifying. Sacre bleu. Zut alors. So it's like a foghorn. It's like she swallowed a foghorn and then just, I'm going to go to the Miss World pageant.
Oh my gosh. I watched it so many times.
My favorite thing is you guys couldn't see it, but spit came out of Ashley's mouth when she yelled France just now.
And I fell down. Oh my gosh, guys. And so because of that, I'm in the pageant algorithm. And it's like funny stuff from pageants.
my gosh. So intense.
Please look it up, guys, if you haven't seen it.
Oh my gosh.
It's going to warm your heart. Okay, what you been watching, reading, or listening to?
Oh my gosh. I started reading a new book by Rick Rubin.
Yeah, you mentioned that last
called
week.
The Creative Act, A Way of Being. And it is his thoughts on creativity and his thoughts on like...
Greek mythology.
Yep, that's all. It's a Greek mythological creativity book about false. And he started reading that. I have the Taylor Swift album that was gifted to me by Mia. It's on the turntable, as you can see. I've listened to a couple songs. She's very emotional, Taylor. I haven't done the whole thing yet, so I can't review it yet. But Mia said that she would give me backstory on who each of the songs is about.
She did say that.
So we're going to do a whole thing around that. But those are
we haven't had time because of our recording schedule this week. Also, I want to mention our field producer.
The look on your face when you said France, it was like a rabid Rottweiler.
So was hers. She was excited to tell people where she was from.
I'm going to wake up at 3 a.m. to like it's going to jar me awake in a cold sweat. I'm going to sweat the bed thinking about that.
I hope it does.
Go ahead.
Anyway, our field producer out in NOLA.
Yes, we need to shout him out.
Jonathan Rovick. Hi, Jonathan.
The one and only.
He is now our graphic designer, and he is designing merch.
Yeah.
Crindy's Picklin t-shirts, Catfish Connection t-shirts.
I can't wait to see what he does with this turtle business.
I have that one.
No, he'll make it better. His designs are rad.
Really.
I love it.
We're hoping to roll those out to the community, guys.
Let's do it.
All right, warm heart.
You know what's funny is I was actually going to use, if you didn't get to a warm heart, I was going to use the warm heart to shout out our field producer, Jonathan, because man, going above and beyond.
Our super fan.
Using his extraordinarily... I blacked out. His extraordinary graphic design talent to make us merch. So nice. What's yours?
Mine was the trip to KC with Trav and Heather.
This trip was extraordinary.
Just trail off.
It was really... Hey guys, thanks for whatever this was. Thanks for listening to Cold Hand Warm Hearts. Please like it, share it. You guys are extraordinary.
Bye.
Adieu.